moon is so cold and grows every night. You walk alone. Longer still is the weight of parents who may never know. Don't you walk alone, don't you stray from home. God only knows just who is waiting. Don't you raise your voice, don't make any noise. What a scary choice to be employed. We're afraid of everyone, will no one ever come and save us, save us. When we're basically good, I don't know how they could enslave us, erase us. I'll just wait here, someone should be by soon. I'm sure.
Welcome everyone to the Clashuals podcast season 2, episode 1. We got Big B here. Unfortunately, Zero cannot make it to the podcast today, and we can do it without him.
Yeah,
It's been too
Zero's
fucking long.
Zero's working. Or he's
What the fuck? Hold on.
sleeping and working. Are you recording, Adams?
I'm recording, but the fucking audio fucked up. You can talk now.
They didn't hear anything before.
There we go. It was only for like 2 seconds. After I did the intro, they couldn't hear you. That's my
Did you
bad.
tell them we started season 2?
Yeah. Season
did.
2, episode 1.
Yeah,
we did
made
17 seasons. By the way, before we
17
start
seasons.
or 7. Yeah, we're on season 2, but we did 17 episodes season 1. How do you feel about how those episodes were?
Well, it was us getting started, so there's a lot of learning, right? First time for all of us doing a podcast. We're all natural showmen, okay? Like to put on a show for the audience, but yeah, podcasting is different. It's different than streaming. It's we probably have way too much dead air time for normal podcasts. So we've learned. Actually, I take it back. We probably haven't learned. We've just kind of suffered through it. And the whole thing around like audio editing and stuff like that. We've
It's on me.
we talked a lot of Clash stuff, okay?
Yeah.
And one thing I am damn proud of is we covered a lot of Clash topics. And only got into a few scraps, first season, first season recap. There was a fight amongst us, a fight amongst us again, another argument, another fighting with the chat, fighting with people in Discord, fighting with other podcasts. We did it all. We just we called people out and
drama full of
yeah,
awesomeness.
it's like the drama. Season 1 was drama. I don't know. Maybe season 2. Just
We'll probably still bring drama.
yeah. I mean, we can try not to, but I mean,
It's gonna happen.
It's kind of our style.
Yeah.
I
mean, the drama that we caused probably was over what we wanted to do. I know we wanted to say scorched earth, but we smoothed the plans on that.
I mean, at the time, we wanted to do it.
Yeah, and then
maybe after the fact. So I always do that. That is my lifelong story is get upset, overreact, say something you're gonna regret it later, feel like an asshole. It's like rinse, wash, repeat.
Well, for me, when we said that stuff, oh, my volume's low. Is it? My bad.
Crank it up.
Is that 2? Maybe I just need to talk louder. Is that better?
You just got to swallow the microphone like you do those hugs, okay?
Just go like this.
Yeah,
all right, guys. All right. I think especially with I've got a lot of messages because a lot of people pay attention when I say I'm the editor and stuff. Like we're using CraigBot now.
You get a lot of feedback on your editing skills?
Yes. They're like, oh, this one's too low. I'm like,
your editing skills suck. Like we don't edit at all.
I don't. I edited 1 episode through the 17. But now we're using CraigBot. If you guys don't know what CraigBot is, it's a bot on Discord that records all our voices so I can turn them up. And then I just mute the video. It's just matching when I say welcome to the Clashuals podcast, which is pretty easy to a point. Sometimes it's off. So that's the only thing. And I will start editing down more. I'm gonna won't be posted the next like, usually I try to post it literally after we're done recording, just render the
Sounds
voices
like the
and
same night. Like there's sometimes
yeah,
I'd wake up the next morning and be like, "Hey, Clash was uploaded a podcast episode at 3:45 a.m."
that's what I try to do. I think I'm gonna take the night after, like, edit it down or maybe the Saturday, edit it down, and then
Maybe
Saturday night
take a
yeah,
day, a day. I mean, all of our anxious fans, they can wait a
yeah,
day.
and the thing with editing, a lot of people think it's easy, you just sit there and just cut it. No, if making a 2-hour video, like how everyone wants it, an hour and a half or an hour long is a lot of work, okay? So, I'm gonna try to do my best to edit it down as possible, but if I feel like it's a great video that needs all that time, I'm gonna upload the full thing without editing.
I
That's what
would
I'm
say I would say on a positive note, you never have to worry about editing out content because you're afraid we said something that we don't want
right?
repeated because we just kind of let it all hang out anyway. And if we say something offensive, then it's going to be in every recording anyway. The only thing we're really missing are like editing out like potty breaks and dead air.
Yeah, but, a lot of times when I do that, like you and Zero are still talking, I I go to when because I'll make a note in my phone, "Oh, I took a bathroom break," or "Someone took a bathroom break," which is mostly me because I drink a lot, and then I'll go back in the editing and, like, you guys are talking about something interesting, so I leave it in. I'm just not there, so but anyway, welcome everyone. We have
Season 2.
season 2, and, we have some clash topics, and we have some good non-clash topics up.
It's been a while
Again,
since we've
it's
talked Clash.
it has, it's been our last episode was 3 weeks ago.
You know what most of the people listening don't know is that in the last 3 weeks, Adams has been playing a lot of competitive Clash,
Yep.
and you son of a bitch, you've actually been doing really well. You wanna tell us about some of your latest competitive escapades in Clash?
So far, I mean, so tonight, we needed a 2-star to win, and as you guys know that watch my channel, I'm a 2-star champ, I never fail. I
Yeah,
always secure that 2-star regardless.
you're
I
not
never had a
Kronos,
1-star,
you're not Mask.
right?
You need 2 stars to win. You're gonna get it, baby.
Yeah, tonight I did, like a mix of kinda like a Hydra, but I did a blimp with loons and 3 clones to get that town hall down, got that CC the other night. Oh, what attack did I oh, I did, the, Dragon Riders, and, Inferno Dragons, still got the 2-star. The only time I 1-star is when we're doing, like, FCs and I'm trying, like, a new attack. Well, Fatal will randomly message me like, "Hey, Adams, you wanna do a friendly challenge war or a friendly war?" "Sure, I'm
That
in."
that's when you're supposed to get them, though. That's
Yeah,
when you're testing
and,
stuff.
so far I'm doing pretty good. I haven't 1-star failed yet. I've been my highest other than that time I 3-starred after the podcast that's up on my YouTube is, I got a 3-star on Ray Link FTB
Man,
base,
dude, you just
and I
had to
was drunk as fuck.
had to yeah, throw his name
I
out there,
did, I
didn't you?
did, I
Poor
did.
Ray.
Poor Ray, but, I haven't 1-starred, so the highest 2-star I got, I think, was, 80% 2-star. So, I'm still holding up that degree that I'm the 2-star champ, and, I'm gonna say thank you to Fatal for pushing me that because I didn't want to be in competitive at all. I was like, "I'm a casual player, I grind legends once in a while,"
But it's
but it
really the
kinda
right
forced me.
it's the right team to do
Yeah,
it on, right?
exactly, yeah.
Because you wanna compete, you wanna have fun, but no one's gonna give like, no one's counting on, like, winnings and making
Well
money off playing competitive Clash.
well, that's the thing too with when we play, we're like I'll type in the clan chat like, "Oh, sorry guys, I got a low 2-star." They're like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We're just here to have fun." Like, there's one time this is when I stopped drinking excessively. I'm still drinking, just not every night, but I was literally throwing up, and I still did my hit during a war, and I got a 2-star or no. Yeah, I still got a 2-star, but I fucked my blimp up, and I was like, "Sorry, guys," and Nob and Rick were like, "We want you in voice chat." I was like, "You do not." I had a pillow laying on the ground with a bucket in front of me trying to do my attack. But I still got the 2-star throwing up.
I don't know. I think that's more impressive than the creative master styles hits.
Right?
Like, okay, listen, try to get 3 stars when you're drunk and puking. Okay, you have some real talent. Like, that's talent. That's the kind of competition tournament I want to be in. Right? Like, not
Exactly.
forget Clash Masters. Let's do Drunken Masters series. Okay, like you have to have a minimum number of drinks in you before you're hit, and you got to try to pull it off, and you get bonus stars if you're puking at the same time.
Hell yeah.
That
Have
sounds
your
like an idea.
webcam just seeing you with a bucket over you. Dude,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe in the future, the Clashuals will do I'll buy a clan that's a high level clan, and we'll do a Drunken Master
we'll do a
tournament.
live Drunken Masters episode.
Yeah, let's
Oh
go.
my God, could you imagine the things we'd say?
I mean, hey, that's the whole point. I don't have VODs on my YouTube or my Twitch, on my Twitch, so we can do whatever.
So let's be
Anyway,
honest, you're not watching this for the great attacking,
right? You're
killing
watching
ass.
this for the shit we say and the entertainment and
You
how
want to see I'm
bad
gonna
we are.
puke all over my iPad. That's what you're watching for.
Yeah. I think that'd be sick. Maybe in the future, if the fans want it, I'm down. I'll do it. I'll get drunk as fuck and do a comp war,
Yeah, let's do this because let's look for some listener feedback. Okay,
right?
if people want to find out, if they want to find out if we're willing to actually do that, do a drunken competition, right? Clash of Clans meets Puke and Rally. Just send us some feedback. We got a Gmail account somewhere out there. What is it? The Clashuals podcast at gmail.com. Is
Yeah,
that
or you can hit me up on
Discord?
Discord. Yeah,
Discord.
just do exclamation point Discord in the live stream. If you guys are watching this on Spotify, hit up our Gmail. It's the clashuals@gmail.com. If you
Yeah,
guys wanna see that
there's like
or hear
links
it
and stuff. There's links and stuff in our show notes too. And if you don't
yeah,
know
exactly.
what show notes are, no problem.
Or
No one else does. But just when if you're listening to this episode, there will be like a description of what the episode is. I'm told that's what show notes are. Look there. There's like links and stuff. Look, stuff you can click on.
that no one
You'll
reads.
find us, and let us know if you want the Clash Rules
Yeah,
puke and rally. Yeah.
and I think that'd be sick.
You know what?
Like
Okay. So while we're talking about crazy ideas on things to do with
alright,
Clash, I
what
had
you got?
this idea. I don't want to say I had this idea. I have like this dream, like this vision.
Okay,
The saddest part about this vision, before I even describe it to you, is the fact that right now I 100% know I don't have the time to do it like I want to because I'd want to
uh,
do it the right way. But I have a dream, like a vision out there where we have some sort of hosted event, right?
yeah.
It's all around Clash. It's a war, right? We got teams, we got sides, you can pick them up, make them whatever. But we do like a live stream, and we actually do this. The thing that it was Cam Wow was telling us about, where you can do the multiple person Twitch stream, like not just like we do it here in Discord, but actually
Oh,
do
the
it.
guest star thing?
Yeah, the guest star, right?
Yeah.
Do the guest star. Plan like a big like 6 hour stream, and then have it broken up like in 15, 30 minute segments, and have everyone who's like on Clash podcasts or frequent Clash podcast guests have them
Yeah.
come on at different times, but they're coming on and just BSing and talking with me or both of us hosting, but they're also doing it at the same time that maybe some of their rival podcasters are doing their hits in the war. So it's not just like us talking about Clash, like, oh, like you got a
Yeah.
podcast, like tell us your links, blah 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 blah. And oh, by the way, Wizard of Woo's hitting right now. Let's see how bad he's gonna suck. All right, let's see how bad he's gonna mess this up. All right,
That
or just stuff like that. And it's it'd be fun. It'd be live stream. You have events, stuff like that. We could have, I don't know, you can have themed wars. And I really want to do something like that. And then what makes me want to do it even more is I threw out this idea in the C2J Discord server about naming it just like the Pod Wars, like
yeah.
there's
Oh
different
my god, that'd
pods
be
or
sick.
podcast adjacent people, right?
Yeah.
But then Catfish, lovely Catfish, who is very knowledgeable about all things podcast, let me know that pod is actually, I think it's in Greek. Don't quote me on that. It's another language. Pod is actually another reference for foot. So
Oh.
he's like, oh, so is this like just a play on words, and you want to do like the
Footcast.
foot wars? And I'm like, you're telling me that pod and foot are basically interchangeable terms in some
You gotta be
languages.
drunk and play with your feet.
And now all of a sudden, I really want to call something the Pod Wars because it's got dual meaning too.
Right?
It could be the
Ooh.
podcaster wars and then the foot war. It's a whole Foot Clan, right? Have the Foot Clan versus Crystal Toe Join. It'd be great. And someone's got that
Dude,
clan. Steve, is he the one that owns that Crystal Toe Join,
I
or
think
is it?
so. Our
Yeah,
our catfish.
yeah.
We have a
One of them
catfish.
does, or one of them has a clan named that,
But
right?
that's a great idea. We're regardless if we do it in Discord and I figure out a way to put all 3 faces while we stream the wars, that'd be sick.
I want to do
That'd
it.
be
I want
super
to. I want to find a time that I could do it. I know I can't. Like, I got so much stuff coming up
yeah.
right now. It's. I had a birthday last weekend. Oh my god, I don't
Oh,
even
yeah, I
want.
heard
I don't
about
even
how
want.
was it?
I mean, it's
I
great.
mean, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but
And listen,
well, happy
you,
birthday. I don't
you
know if I told you that, but happy belated birthday.
thank you. You know when you know you're getting old. Like
Yeah,
I've
I'm
had,
already I'm
I've
getting
had
there.
this feeling around birthdays before last couple of years.
Yeah,
This is the first time I actually like acted out on it. Literally, like for my birthday, like the morning of, I'm sorry, like the day of, I did nothing. Like I
yeah,
told the family, like I don't want to do anything because I've been like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like we've been doing 6-day work weeks. This is a pain, and I'm like, oh, I just want a day where I don't have to do anything. Like I took a nap. I took like a
right.
4 hour nap in the middle of the day. It was awesome. But the day before, which was a Saturday, which was when people like wanted to see me for my birthday,
Uh-huh.
like we got up and I told like one group that wanted to see me, like, all right, you got breakfast, and I told her like you got dinner. Like I went out for 2 meals that day, and that was it. My wife was like, "Is there anything anywhere else you want to go? Anything else you want to do?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, I want
Just wanna
to
chill and relax.
fucking go to sleep." And then drink some of that peanut butter and jelly
Dude,
concoction I told you about.
me and my buddy, Monroe, you saw our podcast. For those of you who don't know, live stream or on Spotify, I started another podcast with my longtime basically, he's my brother. I've known him since I was in 6th grade. I've beat up bullies for him. I've been there for him forever. Um,
He doesn't
it's
look like
called
a guy that needs a protector. Like when I
oh,
was listening to you guys the other night, I was surprised. I'm like, man,
he
you've really been this guy's protector all this time. He doesn't look like he needs it.
he does, okay. He he he's big. He's bigger than me, but he doesn't have the attitude, like, he doesn't wanna cause trouble, but there's one time I had to protect him, and anyway, I protected him, taught him he wants to learn how to fight, I can teach him. I know karate and stuff, but, regardless of that, we started a podcast called The Brothers of Nui. We love Bionicle, if you know what Bionicles are. They're, Lego made them from the '90s to I think it was, like, '99 to, like, 2015. We have a big collection of them. We're super hype about that, but, regardless of that, we have a podcast on that. I stream it every Tuesday on my stream, and then I only upload it on YouTube because I can't afford Buzzsprout. I know Buzzsprout is a free
Yeah,
thing, but
yeah, you
again,
can't
that's only
afford it.
1
Yeah.
episode a month, so once I get a job, I'm gonna plan on doing Uber Saturday and Sunday to hopefully get some money in so I can pay for that every month, and it'll be on Spotify eventually, but yeah, I love doing that podcast with him. We talked last Tuesday about our top 20 Jim Carrey movies, which was fucking sick. I still have to upload it to YouTube, so Nob was in chat and, he left because he was on his lunch break, and he's like, "Where's the Truman Show at?" He messaged me, he's like, "I hope Truman Show was on your list." I was like, "Yeah, it was on my buddy's 6 and my 5." He's like, "Hell yeah." And by the way, I'm gonna give a little spoiler, Mask is my number 1 Jim Carrey movie.
Good one.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
that's
great
that's a
one. I
really good
literally
one.
have in my closet, I have a 3D printed Mask
So I have to ask you because I missed that one. I caught some of I guess the one 2 weeks ago,
before
but
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
so
were in
that
that
was
one.
like your first episode? You did the
So,
Jim Carrey?
this is our 3rd episode that we
Gotcha.
did Tuesday. You were in our 2nd episode.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you're so a top 20 for Jim Carrey. Did you do all comedies in your list, or did anyone
Uh,
venture to something he did serious?
it was mixed up. Mine was more comedy and serious. His was a little bit the same. It was just not comedy. We did a little bit of both.
Did either of you have that? What's that movie? He did the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yes, yes. It didn't match, but mine was like number. I don't remember actually.
That's a good flick, by the way.
It
That's
is. It is.
a mind
I
trip
have the
too.
list here actually.
I remember watching that the first time, and like you get through like 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden it rolls like the opening credits. You're like, what is it? And it feels like it just started another movie. It's a complete mind trip at the
That
beginning.
was my 15th,
Okay,
and
could have been a
yeah,
little higher.
it could have, but and I haven't seen that movie in so long. I just went to his IBM. Was like, oh my god, that's a great movie. It's just
Yeah,
like again, if you guys haven't seen that, it's great. But
yeah. No spoilers here, but it's
no,
really good.
yeah.
It's a mind trip. It makes you think, like those
If you
movies.
do exclamation point in the live stream for those on the live stream, do exclamation point YouTube. You'll go to straight to my YouTube. You can find those episodes. Episode 3 is not up yet because I'm lazy and didn't upload it yet.
Wah, wah, wah.
It
So
might
what
be
about
YT,
so
Carl.
what about so back to Clash? Okay, so
Yeah.
you've been playing some competitive Clash,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden
Sure.
you've totally leapfrogged. Like I used to give you shit about playing stuff and being a scrub, and like you've totally leapfrogged me now, and now I'm the noob. Now I'm the guy
Well
who doesn't know what
well,
he's doing.
again, I didn't plan to become into matches, okay? Fatal just said, "Hey, we need someone." I put you in. Adams was like, "I'm not gonna argue with Fatal when he says
I'm
he
not gonna
put me
say
in, right?"
no.
Right? Exactly. So I was like, "Okay, fine." And
It's like if you see Randy Jackson out in public, you're gonna not get his autograph.
exactly, on a
Fatal says
samurai
he
sword.
wants you on the team. Like you're not gonna tell him
Exactly,
no.
and, the thing about me, I have so much free time, I'm always available, and Fatal mentioned is like, "I love having Adams on the team, always coming in clutch." Is like, "You tell me when I'm gonna be in war, just let me know the clan and I'll be there." He knows I'm a guaranteed 2-star. I've never failed in a comp war with a 1-star.
And you've done some threes now all of a
I
sudden.
I've done 1. 1 so far.
Two,
2?
because you did one right after the last episode that we recorded, and then you
Oh,
just
shit,
had
you're
one this
right.
week.
I just didn't record it.
Nice. You have now, like I'm saying, you have now surpassed me. I've only ever had one 3-star in an actual Town Hall 15 competition ever.
It's super rare. I'm surprised I even have 3. I'm surprised I have 1.
I
I
mean, it's
just
rare for a lot of people.
Yeah, I
It's
just do random bullshit attacks and it fucking works. I'm like, "There you go, guys. I got a 3-star." Like, you were there for the
the
one that's
all
on
dragon,
YouTube.
the all dragon army.
Yeah, the all dragon army, and I got a 3-star. I'm like, "Let's go," and I'm drunk as fuck.
Like, what are you
Uh,
cooking up? Dragons. Oh yeah, you gonna do like a Hydra? Nah,
nope.
dragons.
It's
Oh,
called
so
dragons.
like a drag bat? No, just dragons. Dragons and loons? No, no loons, dragons. Okay,
I mean,
send it.
and the thing is, like, after the war that happened yesterday, right? I was like, "Maybe I should start drinking when I attack. I do better when I'm drinking."
The
And
Drunken Master series.
and that video proves it on my YouTube. You go do it. It's literally there's the full length army. You hear Big B in it. Give him a shout out for that. And
Yeah,
I get a three
I was
star.
co-hosting that video
That was
commentary.
literally after the podcast, and feels like I put you guys in war. We're like, fuck it, I might as well stream it because I can. And I got a 3-star, and I was so fucking hype. But
It's fucking
it's
Fatal. Fatal's like, all right, I know you guys are online because you're recording. Can you guys
right.
join a match after your episode's over? Like,
Yeah, he planned that
I
perfectly. He's
can't
like,
pretend like I didn't see this message this time. Damn it.
yeah, because he knows we're all looking at the live chat on Twitch, and he's like, "Hey guys, you're in a war after this." I was like, "Fuck."
And he caught me last or 2 nights ago when we were in voice chat and we were messing around. We found him in someone's Twitch channel, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
we were giving him shit about something. He was like, "Hey, well, I got you. Are you guys available tomorrow night for our match?" I was like, "Oh, I guess I'll just tell you right now, no, I'm
right.
not." But
By the
he-
way, we found an awesome Clash of Clans streamer from India,
Dude, yeah,
Duck
and well,
Pool
I mean,
official.
here's the thing. The great thing is, he's got really good music. Okay, he's got a really good soundtrack. It's smooth. It's cool. It's easy listening, and it's got a good beat. So it goes with it. No words, right? None of that. But like
Copyright
his
free music.
yeah, it's good stuff. But it's a good thing for what he's doing. And I forgot what his name is. What was?
It's Duckpool
Yes,
underscore official.
Duckpool official. He is from India, and he didn't talk a lot, but he's interactive in the chat with you, and you just come in and watch his attacks. And then he's got his clan. He's leader of his clan, and they got a nice little clan there. They got some, they're not all 15 or anything. I think he's got like a 14 and some other accounts, but it was
Yeah.
good stuff and super interactive. Nice guy, but
It
the music was awesome.
Yeah, it was sick too because we randomly were just in a Discord call, going through random Clash of Clans streamers. We found some young lady doing her makeup, and we were like, "Hey, she's too young on here. There's some creep,"
Okay, that was weird too.
and we reported that. But we found him. Obviously, he has some internet issues. They're streaming off like cellular data.
Okay, before anyone thinks we're a creep, I think we got to give some context.
Yeah,
Which just said
yeah, that's a good point.
there was a channel that was streaming on Twitch under the Clash of Clans title, like, and that is their what they were
Yeah,
programming. But the actual stream was it was a little girl, and she was I don't know how 7, 8 years old, and she was sitting in front of a camera, like putting makeup on her face and talking, interacting. We're like, one is not Clash of Clans. Two, she's not old enough to be hosting her own live stream. So yeah, we had to go report that
yeah.
because I mean, luckily we didn't see any creepos in there yet. But
Well,
I
we
mean,
did see some dude sitting there. I was like, "What do you do for fun?" In the
yeah,
chat. I was like, "Okay." I reported it. Big
and
B
it was
actually
gone
went
within a
in and
couple minutes.
yeah, and then after we went to like the I'm only sleeping and other categories, we found Duckpool underscore official,
Yeah,
and that guy was OP.
Duckpool, one word underscore official,
Yeah,
and we all followed. I think we were his second, third, and fourth followers
yeah.
all time.
Me, Big B, and Cool Rick followed him, and then
Liam did too.
Liam did too. Yeah,
Liam, aka Vanessa Braxton. Sorry that I doxed him,
and
but
then I randomly was like, "Hey, will you play a song for me?" He's like, "As long as it's copyright free." I sing him a song, and he's sitting there headbanging with it. I was like, "Let's go." I followed him. I even gave him a shout out in my Discord. If you guys aren't in my Discord, join the Discord. There's links if you guys are listening to this on Spotify, but for those on live on Twitch, join the Discord. Go follow that guy. He's awesome. He doesn't talk in his streams, but he
he's a good
interacts.
dude
He'll
though.
type. Yeah, he's a
He's a good
good dude.
dude.
He's a great streamer.
He is
More
down for
entertaining than
anyone
some other
talking.
people in Clash. So, are you ready to get into some topics? I know you typed up some fast. I know we have some AI generated non-Clash topics that I
We're
want to get into because
we're
this was
gonna
3 weeks
try
ago.
those.
So
We're gonna try those and see how they go.
yeah, there's
I
5 of them. So
I feel it's a bit to do them because they're AI created.
yeah.
Um, but we'll see. Um,
By the way,
can I give my last 3 week update of Clash of
well,
Clans?
before that, I want to make a comment that Adam or com Cool Rick said Adam gave her 4,000 bits. Homie, if I was gonna give 4,000 bits, I'd give it to Carl or a streamer I watched, not a fucking what, she was like 11, maybe 10, doing her makeup.
I
Why
don't
the
think she was that old.
I can't even afford 4,000 bits. My bank account is at negative $90, okay? I have to do Uber tomorrow to make that shit up. Don't ask why it got there. I don't know. I have my card locked. I don't know.
Has something to do with that bag you've been eating tonight and the bottle you've been drinking from.
No, this was cash. My mom had $15 in her card that won't start, so I gave her my Grand Cherokee that's OP, so Matt saying no help. Fuck you. Don't diss my mustache. My mustache is OP. Fuck you. All right. Big B, how was your 3 weeks off? I know
Um,
you were busy with work, but
it's been crazy busy. It's been good. I've told you guys before. I really enjoy my job.
yeah.
I think I'm really fortunate, right? A lot of people like get to work and so after a while of doing it, people lose interest.
Yeah.
I'm always a firm believer there are people that like live to work and people that work to live, right?
Mhm.
And there's some times where I just get wrapped up in it and I really enjoy it. And I've been doing some really cool things the last 3 weeks. So
Oh, yeah.
that's taken me away from doing things that I also enjoy, like doing this podcast or quite frankly playing the game more than I want to. But I've found so I did more for months now. It probably years now. I have predominantly been an attacker on an iPad. I have the accounts on my phone. A lot of times I go in there just to check like how much time is left on war or stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm usually trying to plan to be in front of an iPad to attack. I've been so strapped for time. I've done quite a few hits from my phone over the last couple of weeks. Just try to keep things up because
Yeah.
for a while I didn't want to drop out of Legends because I don't want to lose the loot, right? And some of the other accounts that I'm working on, I got the 14 I'm still working on, and I've got the noob account, which I don't even think I've talked about on this podcast, but I'm working on it as well. But the 15s are now 100% completely after updated. Minus one of them's got the 15th level of the Lassie to do, and
Hell
it's
yeah.
done. But everything, defenses, walls, and everything like that is done. So I'm happy to be done with that. I don't know. I always stress out when those bases still have stuff to upgrade because I feel
Right.
like it's a race to get them all done. I always feel better. Like I can take my time with the other ones. The big ones, I don't know. I stress
Yeah.
out about them. But the noob account, so I have a big.b noob account, which we started for the Void Boy contest, which we both lost out. And I'm not sure if Trample or Magnus, which one of them actually won it. I think they might have declared it a tie because it was so close. But it definitely was not me, and it definitely was not
Nope.
you, and it definitely was not Steve or Seventh Ward Steve. I think he just completely forgot. Or no, he was too wrapped up with his girlfriend, which is totally real person and really
Yeah.
attractive from what I'm told. But he was too
Apparently.
yeah, he was too wrapped up with her to you know participate in the rest of the competition. But we definitely lost. But I got this account, and I'm like, all right, we were trying to rush to get to Town Hall 10, never actually got there. But then I got it to 9, and I hadn't done any like the defenses. I think I have like 2 cannons that are like level 3. Everything else defense wise is level 1. So I'm like, okay, I've always wanted to do this. I'm going to do an engineered account.
Yeah.
So all I'm upgrading are heroes and then specific troops in the lab, and
Uh-huh.
everything else is getting dumped into storages or pumps or walls or traps. I am doing the traps. So bombs, giant bombs, air bombs, seeking air mines, all of those I'm upgrading with the town hall levels, but none of like the major defenses I'm going to. And I'm at town hall 9 right now, and it's the lowest war weighted town hall 9 in the little C2J don't listen clan.
Bullshit claim.
Yeah, the dyslexic, what do we call them? Liberals. Um,
I don't remember, but that's the dumbest fucking name ever. The
it
DL.
is. It is. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
I
And now
refuse this in my
now
tenant.
there's like 6 different Steve accounts in it, and none of them are actually Steve. Like I totally like he pinged me on Discord for a war hit the other day, and I looked at the war map, and there's some Steve account that hadn't done their attacks either, and I'm like, do your attacks first. And I called him a wanker. I said, do your attacks first. He's like, I'm not even in war, and I'm like, there's a account named Steven. That's someone else. Trinity Steve. And whoever planted that in there was probably hoping that at some point in time someone would get mad at that account and
Right.
blame it on Steve, like I did, and then the plan just totally worked. I fell right into the trap.
Yeah.
But the Town Hall 9, that little engineered, I'm excited to do that. I'm really excited when it gets higher level because I'm going to keep working on the heroes constantly, and then just troops to get an army that I know is going to work really well, upgraded at
Uh-huh.
each level. And then if I get that one upgraded early in the town hall, I'll keep upgrading the other stuff. I don't want to let the lab go completely behind, but I
Yeah.
do not want to touch. I don't want to touch cannons, arch towers, wizard towers, mortars, expos, inferno towers, eagle, scatter shots.
Oh
Any
yeah.
of that stuff that comes up, that's all level 1 everything. And I'm maxing the walls at every town
Fuck
hall level
yeah.
2. So once it's totally done, it's gonna be on a war map, and it's gonna match up against like Town Hall 14s, Town Hall 13s, and
Yeah.
it's not gonna defend anything. But offensively, it's gonna be really cool. So I'm actually doing that with the noob account because
I haven't touched that account after since that fucking thing. I still have it. I was like,
is it still in Void Boy's clan?
probably. But I refuse. I have a Town Hall 10 too. I refuse to put that in the other clan. It's still in C2J Academy, I think. I
It just
refuse to bring it over.
listen. The little clan
Fucking
it had like 3 or 4 wins to start off, and then we totally got our ass kicked. in this last war, which is fine. But it's
I'm,
it's
I'm
it is
I'm
not for
still
the
mad
tryhard.
about the name change. Stupid as
Yeah.
fuck. I refuse to put any of my accounts in it because of that bullshit.
I mean, so I I didn't say I lost the Bentley account, but it's almost unusable because the Bentley account was started by my stepson,
Yeah.
right? And when we made it, because we made it together, because
Uh-huh.
that was the first account I was trying to teach him how to actually play it instead of just letting him rush it and do bad stuff.
Yeah.
And we set it up like a kid's account because he's a kid, right? So, it's got like filter chat and everything. Well, now he can't be in a clan that's not designated as family friendly. So I can't get the Bentley account in the Dick Lips clan. I can't get it. I can't get it in the academy. I can't get it in regular C2J. So I've got it sitting in one of my old clans, just sitting there collecting space. And I don't even know if I want to upgrade anything on it anymore because I can't. I can't even move it around. I got to wait
Right.
until the account ages to an adult, and it's gonna be like by the time that happens, we'll be at Town Hall 22. So
Right.
I don't want to say I've lost that account, but there's a permanent Town Hall 11 that's never going anywhere now. So
Right. That fucking
congratulations.
sucks. All right. So now we talked about the 3-week break. Let's get into some Clash topics. I know you typed a few out. I had
Two.
some A
I
AI
got two.
generated ones that were crap. So let's go into yours.
I mean,
What you got?
I talk just some stuff that's happened since the
Yeah,
last time we talked. And I think the big one is in one of the last episodes that we recorded. Um,
was a long
it was we did the state of the Clash Union, right?
Yeah.
That was episode we did right before we went Scorched Earth. Remember
Yep.
that? Like, because it was a
Of
really good
course I do.
episode that we just totally made everyone forget about because we got spicy at the end.
Yeah,
I got caught in our feelings.
and less
Yeah.
developed.
But during that, we said one of the things that Supercell really needed to work on and fix to help not impede the progress they've made with the game is fix the in-game communication process.
Yep.
Whether that's in clan chat or in clan messaging, all that sort of stuff. So recently, Clash of Clans, they posted a Google Doc that had different questions. It was a questionnaire. Anyone can go in and log in, fill it out. They had it posted on their Twitter pages, other social media spots, and it was suggestions they were wanting from the community on ways to improve in-game chat. And I know every other Clash podcast I've listened to, which is every one of them. Again, yes, I listen to every Clash podcast out there. For all of you other podcasters who, when asked this question, go, "Oh no, I don't really listen to that many other ones." I listen to every one of you. Okay, every one of you out there, if you're actually listening, stop pretending like you don't listen to us. I
Right.
listen to all of you, and I like all of you too. Um, but the chat changes. So among the things that they offered up as a change, and I want to get your opinion on what you thought. Some of these were good, some of these were bad. Some mixed emotion. I heard some people right away going like, "Oh, these are dumb or they're useless." They need to do something. So I'm not poo pooing any of this. One of the last things it said on the
Uh-huh.
questionnaire was, would rate on a scale of 1 to 5, how valuable do you find these suggestions as ideas to bring to the game?
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I think everything on that list, maybe aside from one or two, I think I rated as either 4 or 5. Um, and at the end of it, you had to like rank like, all right, what are the ones that are most important to you? And I had a tough time because I kind of want all of them in there. Um,
Exactly. Yeah.
but one of the ones that I was really getting excited about is the ability or the possibility of being able to ping people in game,
Uh-huh.
which means you wouldn't have to be on Discord to get
Yeah.
pinged by a co-leader or leader to say, "Hey, you got attacks," or "Hey, why don't you get online and donate some troops every once in a while?" I could also see where that could get out of hand too, in
Yeah.
in the wrong hands. And I think there's got to be an easy way in game for people to be able to see how to turn notifications off.
Mhm.
And here's the other thing too, like pinging someone in game. If you're someone like me who plays on multiple accounts, right? You got 10 accounts, 11,
Yeah.
12, I think I'm 12 accounts.
Dang.
The last account that you had signed in or that was signed in, that's what would get pinged that would have notifications.
Yeah.
So like if like my iPad will give me a notification for, oh, your Elixir storage is full or something like that, but it's for the account that I was last playing on this iPad, and all the other
Mhm.
ones don't. And if that's the case, if you get pinged, but that's not the last account you were logged into, then I'm not gonna get the ping. So there's something to work through there.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of being able to get pinged in the game for stuff. What do you think?
For those that don't have like, obviously we have Discord, so people can just add us in Discord and just, hey, you have a war hit or you need to come in here, whatever. If people don't have Discord in Clash, which is a lot of people, sometimes it's just based on the Clash of clan chat talk. I think it's a good idea. A lot of people don't have multiple accounts, so I think it's good for those that do have multiple accounts. They got to make sure they're tagging the right account instead of the wrong account. But I voted on that too. One thing I did like, just in case you had like someone in your clan that doesn't speak the right your same language, it does auto translate, so it does it automatically, which would be sick.
And now, again, one that you're gonna figure this out. I know that even like when I'm typing in what's supposed to be English on my phone,
Um,
like I'm not saying what's up. I'm saying sup.
yeah,
Right? How do you translate that? How does that translate, or does it even translate? Is it going to catch some of that stuff? I think that using like the shorthand version of stuff, I wonder how that's going to work. I'm sure there's a way
true.
to filter to make it work, but yeah, I don't know how that would translate, and I don't know if that's like I know they want to make the communication better. I don't know if they've got the capability to do it to that level
Yeah.
to translate like slang from one language to another. Like that would be like I keep hearing about all the other ideas we pitched.
Mhm.
Like well, that'd be too. It's putting too much in the game. Like it would take too much space to do that. Like it would take too long. Like that just seems like that would take up a lot of space to be able to translate not just like one language to another or all languages to whatever language setting you've got, but even things that are not like commonly known terms in one
Mhm.
language to what's relatable in
Right.
another. Um,
Um,
Another thing that
uh,
was in the questionnaire that I was interested in was the idea of being able to set your own profile picture in the
oh,
game. Now, obviously, I would just do the big B logo for all of mine, right? Like why not?
yeah.
I got an image to put in there. You know, it's not an actual picture of me, right? It's my gaming logo. Like that'd be fine. But I just imagine that other people could, you know, there could be the possibility of putting some inappropriate things in a
That's
profile picture, like a dick. Okay, let's just face it.
I can see
There'd be a
that
lot of
too.
clans out there full of dick pics.
Yeah.
You know, I like as cool as I think it would be for the people that would use it right. I think you'd have clans full of like feet and dicks. You know, and
I
I,
didn't
I,
vote for that one.
you didn't vote for that.
No, I did not,
You know, you not
'cause
even like have
I
your
know it's
own. Not
I
even
know
have
it's
your
gonna
own.
be
You want to have your own dick pic profile.
it's gonna be used inappropriately. I don't remember. I think the ones I was strongly voted on was the clan recruiting and the translating thing. But I would uh, just keep it how it is for the picture because there's gonna, like you said, there's gonna be dicks or feet or a butthole or whatever is gonna be put on there just for shits and giggles. And
There's going to be a clan started. It's called the Pod Clan, and all the profile pictures are going to be people's feet. You're going to have Shaq's feet. You're going to have everyone who's got nasty, crusty feet.
exactly, it's
Good.
I mean, I like how they're trying to go out to the community, but like, hey, what would you like to see clan chat change? And I know there's so many people like, oh, bring global chat. They're never gonna bring that back. Stop asking. But there needs to be a better way to recruit other than just going to like Reddit, saying, "Hey, just join our Discord." An in-game thing to say to recruit better. It's that needs to fix because what they have now is garbage.
So I made a suggestion. I saw a thread. There was one I saw on Twitter I think it might have been initiated by Darian, but I saw a much more comprehensive one in the r/Clash of Clans on Reddit.
Mhm.
Um, and there's a lot of good ideas in there on how to improve the recruitment tools. One of the ideas that I pitched, and this is not it's not the wholesale idea to revamp it, but just an idea to go along with some of the other good ideas that were pitched, was the idea that for recruitment purposes, maybe being able to send a replay of one of your attacks to a prospective clan that you're trying to join,
Ooh.
right? Like, hey, I want to join your clan. Watch this video. This is how I attack, or this is one of my better attacks. Look at it and see if you think I'm good enough to join your clan.
Okay.
Kind of like instead of having someone come in and do a trial, just show them something,
Yeah.
right? Show them a replay of one of your most recent raids. Didn't have to be like a war hit or anything like that. It could be a simple raid, right? And if you send them like you killing a crushed base, then yeah, the clan can be like, oh my god, this is you were overmatched. This is not a good this is not a good highlight. Let's send us something better, right?
Yeah.
Or but clans that just need people can be like, yeah, all right, let's go. Um, I still don't know how they're going to in game get the people from I need a new clan to I need people in my clan, because it feels like there's a lot of clans out there that are just kind of, oh ho hum, people come, people go, and I don't I don't know how that's going to work to try to bring the people who want to find a clan to the people who actually have the clan, aside from what's already
Mhm.
out there. I don't think you can do all of these like message board postings and stuff like that in
No.
game. I just don't know if it's feasible to do. I'm glad they're looking at it. I'm glad they're trying to fix a way or
Mhm.
find a way to do it. I didn't have that on my list of things that they needed to do to help the game, because I don't think there is that much more they can do in game. You
Yeah.
know, the fact is, if you really want to go out and find some specific type of clan to join, you got to get outside of the game.
Facts.
One of the other things that was in the questionnaire for chat that I really liked was the idea of having different tabs in chat for different things. Like
Oh.
potentially having a tab for donation requests, having a tab for FC, and then having a tab just for chat. And I really like that idea too, but I liked it more because if you had a tab that was just for FCs,
Mhm.
theoretically, you could, if you didn't have time to play much, like you're getting up, you're on your way to work, right? I don't have much time to play. You could log in, post an FC in there, and it just stays there until someone hits it, right? Let's say no one in your clan's on for 2 or 3 hours, that someone gets on later, and they're the only ones on online. They don't have anything to do, but there's a list of posted FCs left in there because it hasn't gotten scrolled up through the chat. Then go in and attack it. Then go in and practice.
Yeah.
You could have it set where everyone goes in and like posts a base to attack just for practice, and have a complete list of bases needing to be attacked, needing to be practiced on at least, and you don't have to be online to do it. And because it's not getting scrolled up with the chat or the donation requests, it's just going to stay there until someone hits it.
I like that idea because instead of, like you said, taking up the chat bar, which in C2J there's a lot of FCs that happen and it just takes up a lot of it. I
There's
think
also
that'd
a
be
lot of
sick.
chatting, a
Well,
lot of
that
chatty
yeah.
Cathys.
So like sometimes you misclick it. It'd be sick to just have that. And one thing I wish they would get rid of is if you copy a new base, you don't have to wait a day to be able to FC it or put it in a war.
Yeah, I don't know if you got much hope for that one. I know
I don't, but
they do that because they don't want you to be able to get that advantage like in a
yeah,
war type setting. Like I've heard the full explanation and it made sense when I heard it. I don't remember what all it is now, but there's a reason why that'll probably never happen.
figured.
Um, Other than, I mean, you do know that like you can edit the base as far as like if you got an
Trap.
existing one, you can edit it with the traps
Yeah,
and you can cycle through new FC. You just can't move any like the defenses. I don't think you can move any of the walls.
no, you can't.
Um,
That's the downfall.
but I'm good. I'm happy that they're going after the chat.
Facts.
Because one of the things that Darian said in one of his interviews earlier this year is that the game, or it might have even been last year, the game really hasn't touched in-game communication features at all since the game started.
Yeah, they haven't.
Um, but it sounds like they've got a lot of ideas on capability. They could really make it usable. They could make it
Oh, they
like
could, yeah.
texting or sending messages in clan chat, especially for people who just play strictly on mobile devices, could be more similar to how people chat and interact on other platforms, other forums, like Reddit, or like through text messages, or like through messenger apps, things like that. And those are so common now. It seems like there's going to be a lot of that incorporated in, and I'm excited for that. The idea of like being able to use emojis and stuff like that. I One of the other ones I voted for, Adams, and this is the toxic big B in me. Like sometimes I can't help like not wanting to see the drama that's going to unfold.
Right.
But the custom emotes in Clash Royale are so fucking toxic. Like they are so rage inducing, maddening. And props to the guys that created them. They were meant to be as annoying as possible.
Oh,
But there, I mean,
yeah.
there are people out there that are just so good at the game that they know how to like mess up what you're trying to do and send you the emote at the same time, letting you know that you're not any good at this. And it works so well when they do that. And the idea of bringing emotes like that to Clash, not only do I want it to happen for the clan chat, I want it to happen the same way it does for Clash Royale, in that on the side of your screen when you're attacking, okay? In Clash Royale, if one of your clanmates or someone else is watching your attack, they can send emotes that'll just show up very small on the side, but it's someone reacting to what you're doing.
Right.
I want that in Clash, so if I'm watching someone else attack and they're messing up, I can send one of those toxic emotes on the side of the screen while they're in mid attack. I know that people are going to hate that so much, and that's also exactly why I want to do it.
Right.
The same way
That would be
I
so
want to get
funny.
in voice chat and just do those soundboard clips over and over again, just to feed them in there. I just want to spam some toxic emotes while someone else is trying to concentrate on doing their attack.
That'd be so awesome. I I
It's
I
still
I hope they had that.
it's still to this day, Adams. I don't know if you, this is probably last year, but I think the hardest I've ever laughed watching a live Twitch stream, other
Uh-huh.
than when we played Gartic Phone. But the next hardest was watching Carl streaming. This is like back in November or October, but there's an attack on. He's gonna do a replay, and he's telling everyone like, okay, I'm gonna record this for YouTube, so I'm gonna try to do some commentary, and he forgets to turn the emote wall off his live stream. So he gets like 20 seconds into it, and Knob and all these guys just start spamming the emotes in there, and they come drifting across the stream, and he it just totally wrecked his concentration what he's trying to do. I'm just sitting there and I'm dying. I'm laughing so hard, it's so good. And in my mind, like as I'm seeing this play out, I'm seeing someone trying to take their attack real seriously. And when something doesn't go right, there's some toxic emote of like a goblin in the corner
Right.
popping up and just laughing, going,
I remember that because he did that, and it was just the whole attack was just covered in emotes. He's like,
you
"Oh, I
couldn't
forgot to
see any
turn
of
it
it.
off." He's like, "Fuck." It was so hilarious.
It was so
It was
good.
great. Like, the whole screen of the attack was just covered in, emote wall, and he's like, "Oh."
Oh, I'm gonna hurt myself laughing just
It was
trying to
great.
remember it. Well, but what was good is like, and I didn't know Knob that well at the time, but now that
Yeah.
I know him, I know damn well that he was sitting there the whole time thinking, okay, if Carl doesn't remember to turn this off
Right?
when he's trying to do a clip for YouTube, we're gonna have him set up. And he didn't do it right away. Like he waited until he was about 30 seconds in, so that now it feels even more defeating when he's got to
Right?
go back and redo. And just a wall. It was like the green dumpster of like dumpster fires going
It was
across.
so good. It was great.
Oh, I
Alright.
missed that.
That was awesome.
All
By the
right,
way,
so
if you guys wanna watch that Gartic Phone, go to my YouTube. There's the full length
oh,
video and there's cut down video. It's fucking hilarious. There's Drunk Rick talking shit to Steve, and it is so fucking funny. No one can even speak because we're laughing so hard just because drunk Rick is talking so much shit to Steve. It is so great. I might even rewatch it myself just to fucking laugh my ass off. It is
I
good.
think I've said this before. Like the first night we did that, I woke up the next morning and like my sides and the side of my head and my shoulders were all sore from laughing so much the night before. And I watched the replay and I got about 12 minutes in. I had to pause it because I was laughing, but I was sore from laughing so much the day before. And it was starting to hurt all over
Right.
again. But it was YouTube gold.
Yeah,
And you know, spoiler alert: if you're not comfortable with seeing crudely drawn penises, then it's
don't
probably not
watch.
your cup of tea.
But there's
But
the
every stick figure that gets drawn has a penis.
there's a 17-minute video that's 15 this was 2 months ago. It seems like longer than that. We played it for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
There's only 3 views on the hour and a half. People would rather watch the short version.
ain't nobody got time for that. Um,
Hey, I uploaded it just because people told me to, so.
the only other thing that came up, or at least that I wrote down that came up, was just Town Hall 15 update changes. We're a couple months into this newest update. This is, you know, quote unquote, the one to kind of bring some balance back to the game. We went from the extremely strong offensive meta to the extremely strong defensive meta when Town Hall 15 launched.
Mhm.
You know, mixed reactions, a lot of casual players, casual players like us, not too excited about the defensive meta. Gave us a bunch of stuff to help out. Hit rates have gone up. You know, the Itsu video said that the average hit rate most teams went up about 7 or 8%. And you know, when we were doing some checking, most of us were pretty consistent. I think our CWL last month, like our stars went up by like
Oh, hell
7%,
yeah.
like almost on the
I
money
still
with
haven't
everyone else.
started in CWL, but, you know,
You did what?
I haven't 3-starred in CWL yet, so
Well, I didn't last month either. But I did 3-star in the war immediately after. I
fuck, let's go.
this okay. This is how bipolar I am with Town Hall 15. And I guess this is my like the question is basically how do you feel about Town Hall 15 right now? You know, a
Yeah.
couple months in, and you know we've been very positive. I'm glad that I don't suck as much as I did before,
Mhm.
and I'm starting to feel I'm. It's been a while because when we first joined C2J, we were doing wars. We had all the Academy War win streak that was going on. We were doing all this competitive stuff while streaming, and you know, it kind of got away from what I'm really used to in the game.
Yeah.
And what I've remembered over the last couple of weeks, where I haven't had as much time to do the other stuff, is when it comes down to it, I am a lot better at pushing and doing Legends hits than I am in war, than I am doing a competition,
Yeah.
because I'm kind of like the less I think about it, usually the better I do. If I'm a little more reactionary, I had after a CWL where I did not triple a single time, like 3 days after, I had a perfect day in Legends League, and I wasn't like at the very bottom of Legends. I was around 5,200 cups or something like that, and
Yeah.
I ended at like 5450 that day after the defense got taken out.
Mhm.
But I had 320 stars or 320 cups in one day of Legends. I've only done that a handful of times ever, but I didn't have all 15. I'm like, that what? How stupid is this right now? I couldn't buy a 3-star attack in CWL, and here a couple days after, now I can't miss. It's
Right.
just it's strange. It makes no rhyme or reason. Like sometimes it's like no middle ground. I'm either really good or I'm really bad.
Yeah.
I can be really bad. Like I missed. Like I failed on a Town Hall 14 the other day. Like that's how much I can mess up Town Hall 15. Okay, I did that, but then I have a perfect day too. And the same day I did it, like I got the 215s in Legends. The same day I had the perfect. The other one, I had like 289 cups on that one too.
Yeah.
So I was just like one or two hits away from having a perfect on that one. I'm like, what the hell is
Bad
going
timing.
on? I didn't just all of a sudden get good at this. I did switch. I'm not doing Sarch anymore because of the bombs.
Yeah.
Um, I'm doing Blizzard Hydra, but I'm doing Blizzard with a clone spell. And if I time it right, if I drop the blimp and I instantly see bombs going off, I will just drop the clone spell in early to clone one or two, sometimes three of the super wizards.
Mhm.
And those clone ones haven't taken the damage
Yeah.
from that bomb because you clone them right after. Then if they hit a second bomb or a second giant bomb that kill your original super wizard, you've got the 3 or 4 cloned ones in there to keep messing stuff up. And it's
Yeah,
kind of it's I don't know, it's kind of my workaround. It takes a lot of spells to do it, but that's really the bread
it
and
does,
butter. I've
yeah.
been doing it at 14 and works really well there. And I figured out that I was having God damn it, I was having more war success hitting town on 15s with the 14s doing that than I
I
was
remember that.
with what I was doing on 15s. So I was like, I'm just do this with the 15s now, and it's worked a
Yeah.
little better. But I don't know. I'm extremely bipolar with 15. I know you've had a lot more success, Adams. How are you feeling about it? Does it still feel really good, or are you as
As
bipolar as I am with it?
like, I'm the same with you, like, in Legends, I'm kinda opposite. So in Legends, I do shitty, but when I'm in a comp war or a war, I get 2 stars all day. Either it's a high 2 star or low 2 star, maybe a 3 star. It sucks. Right now, I'm trying to work on my queen charge. I refuse to do Lalo. For those that wondering, I will never do Lalo, but I'm working on my queen charge, trying to do different attacks, because I like my air attacks, I do. So with my 15, uh, minus today's war, I was doing, 5 golems, like you seen the war I was doing, 5 golems, 5 yetis, 5 super wizards, and just yetis, 2 yetis, a valk, and, 2 super, golems. In the blimp, you send it just to take out the town hall.
You mean the super goblins,
Super golems, yeah.
sneaky gobs?
Yeah, sneaky gobs to take
Yeah,
out the town hall and do that. I've been doing pretty good with that. I haven't used it in
that's
war
when you're
just yet.
using with the double quad quakes, right?
It's 8 8 earthquakes, yeah,
Yeah,
to
double
open up.
quad.
Yeah, yeah. So, that's to open up the base, so they go in and take it out. The golems take the hit from everything, the yetis come in, the super wizards are there, but I've been working on other attacks, looking on YouTube, like, s I'm trying to go from, like, I'm trying to get good at ground attacks and air attacks, but, with Legends, I'm like the opposite. Like, Legends is my practice, I guess, and, like, I'll sit there with different attacks and just fail repeatedly. I'll get, like, a low 2 star or a 1 2 star, and then when I'm in a comp war, I'll change up my attack and instantly get, like, a 2 star, 70%, and I'm like, "Why can't I fucking do this in Legends?" And for me, every time I'm in Legends, like, every month it resets, right? I try to beat my best. I don't know what my best is because I turned off Wi-Fi on my ed tab. I think it's like 5,500 or 5,000 something. I try to beat my best every month. Last month I didn't do it. This month I probably won't because, I'm more concentrated on trying to find a job. We took that 3 weeks off. Um, I've
You had
applied to a lot of
you
places.
had some me time.
I mean, me time isn't much. I just sit on my bed and watch movies or TV shows and sit on my phone. So say this is my bed, right? I'll put my pillow, have a movie going, and I'll be on my phone on Indeed and applying to jobs I can apply for. I applied to a few, hopefully I get to, and I'm still studying for the army thing and got a few years before I get cut off for that. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But I'm studying math, so hopefully I get a job soon. And the status of my 15 is I have obviously my 15's rushed. I have Town Hall 13 walls and Town Hall 14 walls. I'm trying to get everything maxed, and then I'm just gonna work on walls. So far, I got my Eagle going to Town Hall 10, and then I got my Frosty on 9, so that needs to go to 10, and then I'll work on after I get my RC and my, King up to max level, then I'll work on the pets, and then I'll just concentrate on walls. I only got 2 big bombs and 2 air traps to do, and then I just gotta concentrate on walls. So,
You're pretty close. You're
I'm pretty close, just got walls, if you guys haven't known me, I don't give a fuck about walls.
a wall grind. Ugh.
Once I get the walls done, or at least the Town Hall 14 level, we have so many more months till 16 comes out. I'll be set. And again,
Well,
my walls will probably still be fucking rushed. But I promise everyone watching the live stream are in watching or listening to this, I will have max walls before it is 60.
What you need to do when you're just focusing on walls is every wall that you upgrade from the Town Hall 13 level to the Town Hall 14, then immediately after, you need to get the funds to take that 14 to 15. So that the only walls you have are either the Town Hall 15 or the 13 walls
Yeah,
because they're both blue and they kind of look the same, and no one will really pay attention to like, oh,
right.
is that the 13 or 15 wall?
Well,
Yeah.
and again, the gold pass helps so much. I know there's a lot of conferences where you're like, "Oh, they updated the gold pass amount to buy it." It's like, you go on the website, buy it, boom, you get little discount. And again, I don't have a job. Every people are like, "Oh, I have a mortgage and bills." You know, we talked about this 3 weeks ago. I had an argument with Zero. He's like, "I have a mortgage and bills." It's like,
No,
again,
you guys argued? No.
I mean, we always argue. It's like, it's not that much increase. If it was a $5 increase, it's what, $1.40 or some shit, 40% increase. Who gives a shit? You buy it either way. Who if that pisses you off, maybe you shouldn't play the fucking game. They added 5 runes. You didn't have to pay extra, you just buy the gold pass, you get 5 runes for even if you don't pay builder base, sell those runes off, you get 50 each. Boom.
And you get the skin at the beginning of the month.
Exactly. Which is OP now.
And okay, I have a confession to you since you brought up Gold
Oh,
Pass.
confession. Let's go.
And I I'm almost kind of sad that I'm going to say this because I already know that I'm going to get a shade from a lot of people. Maybe not on other podcast recordings, but
Well, maybe.
somewhere some way people are going to find a way to give me some shit for this. But now that there is a season bank for
Uh-huh.
builder base,
I know.
I've actually been like doing
You've been
builder
grinding it?
base hits. Not like I'm trying more when I do it,
Mhm.
but I'm getting over there more often and doing like the daily hits to keep adding to that season bank because I want to cash in on it at the end, especially on the big accounts because everything's so expensive there. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you got to do day after day after day, like just to get one of those builders going. And I never, it's never enough to have stuff left over to do many
true.
walls.
Yeah.
But one big drop of season bank in builder hall
Facts.
is going to make a big difference. You could get something in the lab, one of the heroes, and one of the big defenses all going at the same time just from that. And before you get like the last one of those going, you could dump everything you're not going to need into walls. And then because those upgrades take so long, then like, okay, I've got, the battle machine's going to take 6 days to upgrade. The defense is going to take 9 days. The lab for going from level 19 to 20 is going to take another 4 days, whatever. Any loot I get in between then, I can just sink into some walls because I'm not going to
Yeah.
need enough to upgrade something else for a while. So
I'm the
I
same way
am
as you.
playing builder base now. I'm like putting effort into playing builder
I
base.
I really wish you was in here for that. But,
Yeah.
look, Correct said, "Tell me 10 million, Jesus Christ, of each means you don't need to play for 2 weeks."
I know.
And
Is
again,
it so? Listen, and that's kind of sad too, because like now
right.
I'm playing so that beginning of next month I don't have to play.
What I do like in the new gold pass is they added the times 4 bonus for the main village.
Yeah,
So instead of
that's
what it
cool.
was at, it's at 30 million. Like, I have it maxed on my and again, my Town Hall 14 name is Clash Fan Town Hall 13. Yes, I fucked up on the name.
Uh,
What Let me
What?
tell you what's funny is, right? So, last night, I was in chat. I forgot who it was. It was Griffo. It was Griffo. He's like, "When you going to 14?" I was like, "Oh, I'm already 14. I fucked up
I'm
on this
at 14.
I fucked up on this account's name." And he just fucking laughed. I was like, "Yeah, I'm there. I got my queen max. This is why I'm not in war because I'm working on getting my shit upgraded."
Like
But for my 15,
you've got your 14 named Town Hall 13.
it's Clash Fan Tunnel 13.
What are you doing? I'm
I went to
burying
max
you. Well, I'm
I went
still
to
alive.
I don't have the gems to change the fucking name. Okay,
How many gyms is the next name change on that one?
it's 1,500, I
Because you've already
think.
changed it. You've already changed it twice,
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but, I'm just
dude.
my gift is just gonna keep it how it is and just confuse the shit out of people.
Your next the next time you change it, it's just gonna be ClashFan9 2.0.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna that's what I should have done, but, I remember that conversation is like, "When you going to 14?" I was like, "I went to 14 like a week ago," and I used my, CWL medals and stuff to and I still had some spell or some, books open to make my queen max. I still have to work on my warden, my king. That's gonna take a while. Okay,
ClashFan9 Town
the
Hall
first
13, my Town Hall 14 account.
right? I like to confuse people, but the first thing I did when I upgraded it was my lab, my eagle, and my CC, and the other ones I forgot were on, but, um, we got some things in the chat.
EJ says you need to keep the name because it keeps everyone guessing.
Exactly! It's so good. Alright, we got one more Clash topic, and it's Clash of Clans pet peeves. I know this is right off the bat, I didn't really type something. This was sent to me by a viewer a long time ago, and I forgot to put it in, but we're gonna use it now for the first season our first episode of season 2. Um,
The first
wha
season
first season
is
of the
over,
right,
and we're on the second season now. It's season
the
2.
season 2,
It's a brand new day. It's a
but
brand new show.
CJ, if you're
We're
listening,
gonna
we're
be less
using it.
toxic in season 2.
Uh, I don't
Maybe.
know if we can
Eh,
promise that,
maybe not.
but pet peeves, I have one. I don't know if you have the list. He just did pet peeves. I think I'll be top 10, but there's one pet peeve I fucking hate. It's that you listed off in season 1 with your list of like those who think they're pro and know how to attack. I hate people be like, "Oh, you need to do this. You need to do that. You need to upgrade that." It's like, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna attack how I feel. I'm gonna use the troops I'm comfortable with. I hate the people that think they're pro and then you put them in war and they fucking suck ass. It's like, bro, you have no room to talk. I everyone that watches my streams knows I get 2 stars. Even if I fail to get the town hall, I still get 2 stars. I pull in clutch. Go fuck yourself. I'll attack when I want.
Wait, even if you fail to get the town hall, you still get 2 stars?
Well, with the blimp, with the siege blimp,
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I still get the 2
Alright.
star. Like, so many wars I've been in, Fatal be like, "Good save, good save, good save getting the 2 star."
Clutch save.
I rarely if I'm in I'll say rarely in a competition war, I get a 1 star, rarely.
So what you're referring to is
The
I
know-it-all.
think the know-it-all
Yeah, know-it-all, yeah.
or the I don't know. It could also be like the semi-pro.
Yeah,
There's
the
who
semi-pro, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
wish if I had to do over again, I would have just named that person like this is a clanmate you're gonna find in Clash of Clans. I would have just named him the Uncle Rico.
Cool.
Okay, but it's like goddamn senior year of coach you put me in, we'd have won state, not have gone pro.
Yeah,
That
I
player in your
fucking hate those
clan is the
people.
one like, oh, well, I used to play competitively for. I was on the second team for Resistance, and
Right.
I a couple times I got to play on the main squad. So I've got all this professional experience, so I can really give you some pointers and,
Yeah,
and tell you how to do this. And
I fucking hate those people. Like, tonight, for example, we're on there, but, like, I went deafen before my attack because Big B was spamming a soundboard,
no, I would
and I had to
I would
concentrate, but
never do that when we
Fatal
were
said,
trying to.
2 star get the win." There you
I
go.
would never.
Um, he was just spamming that shit. I was like, "I'm gonna deafen." I deafened, got the 2 star. When the attack I just found on YouTube today, and, that's not a normal attack I do. Usually I do a hybrid or something else. Fatal doesn't want me to do that, 5 Golem and 5 Yeti and 5 Super Wizard attack yet. So, in
Not in
war,
competition.
not in comp. I was like, I did so la last night I did both one I did that I did, that attack, the 5 Yeti, I don't remember to call it. Yeti super waves attack, whatever. And then I was like, should I do this attack or should I do another attack? And he's like, do the other attack. I was like, fuck. So I did the other attack, still got a 2-star. I'm the 2-star champ. Everyone that knows my live stream knows.
I feel like that attack
But
you're trying to do with the Yetis. I feel like it's got too many golems. It's got
I
5 golems. That's
again,
150 housing space.
I'm still trying to learn it, right?
Try it with 4 golems
4? Okay. Okay,
and
what
and more super wizards.
okay. I'll do that. Okay. Good point. I'm not drunk enough to forget that. So, I'm gonna try that. The thing I like about that attack though is you can either use a log launcher to like take out defenses, use the warden ability obviously early to keep the log launcher alive, or you can use a blimp and just take out the town hall fast because you want to keep your troops obviously away from that poison from the town hall. So I still need to work on my attacks, but I'm right now I'm trying to learn or practice, which what I use legends hits for is queen charge. I will never learn I will never do Lalo. I fucking hate that attack. I see it everywhere. Today I was watching Eric from One Hive, Eric's stream. There was so many fucking Lalos. Like I fell asleep during it and I woke up and he was still fucking streaming. Like I fucking hate Lalo. It's so boring. It's so basic. It's like do something fucking different. This attack's been here since Town Hall 11. I get it. You're master at it. Fucking find something different. It's boring. I fucking hate it. I hate it.
You
What was
know I
one of your
do.
pet peeves?
You know I do like farming raids on my Town Hall 11 with Queen Charge Lalo, and every time I do it, I pretend like it's 2017 and I'm in a Town Hall 11 competition. I'm like, oh man, I am fucking professional. Watch me Queen Charge this fucking Town Hall 11 base. I'm gonna Lalo around the outside.
We need to get you that Town Hall 11 belt, man. If I
Yeah,
get it
where's that at?
hey, if I get a job, I'm gonna fucking find a website that makes custom wrestling belts, and I will get you one. I promise you.
Oh boy. Oh
I
boy.
promise. You can hang it right underneath your fucking big B sign. It'll be, "What's that?" And you can bring it up to the camera. Boom, bitches.
I am in the market. One of the things I want to do, I want to get a corner shelf to put underneath that because I want to put these on a
Dude,
shelf
same. I
back
wanna do it right
behind
here.
me.
I wanna do
Corner
all
shelves, right?
Yeah.
Right? Corner shelves.
I had one, but I lost all the shelves when I moved down here, and I was like, "Fuck, I could put my God of War, my
Corner
Resident Evil
shelves.
4,
Do
my
you want to go do karate in the garage?
let's go." I'll fucking kick I know karate, so you need your 2-star belt as well. Oh, Ghost Knight says, "I need your" I guarantee it. If I get a
2-star
job, I
champ.
will you will see it right behind me. This by the way, if you guys are wondering on live stream, this
New setup.
new setup, this that I'm pointing at, if you guys watch hockey, this is signed by the GM, Steve Yzerman, when he won the gold. There's the gold medal right there for Canada, and it's signed right here. It's OP. This is gonna be moved here. The sheet, or this is a blanket. I love the Detroit Red Wings. Is gonna be moved maybe over there so you can see it, and then the 2-star belt will be between them. And everyone's like, "What's that belt above you?" I'll bring it down and I'll show y'all.
Yeah.
International 2-star champ.
Yay, hockey.
All right. What's your pet peeves, Big B?
Um, I've
You
what's
just
not
name one. Just name
what's
one
not my
because we don't gotta
I
go through a list. I have a lot.
I
I
think, and
wanna go.
I've said this before, but I feel like a lot of what we've talked about and griped about and bitched and moaned about on this podcast.
Yeah.
It's like our Clash Clans therapy session sometimes.
Right.
A lot of those in the last half year or so has gotten brought up as like something to address, like almost manifest. Like we talked about the chat, like now that they're working on it, right?
Mhm.
One thing that I think is like the easiest thing to fix, but is also like it doesn't happen that often anymore because I do keep a handful of the accounts I play the most, usually in Legends League. But for the other
Yeah.
ones, if you log into the game and someone's doing just a loot raid on your base, you have to sit there and fucking watch it.
Oh, I fucking hate
And
that
I
shit.
don't want to. And what's
It's
even worse is like you can't get out of it and cycle over to another
right.
count, right? Like if you just couldn't use the base while it was getting rated, okay, whatever, that sucks, but I'll just go to another count and do something
Yeah.
while I'm waiting. You can't. You have to sit there and watch whoever's spamming their E-drags on your base today.
Or fucking super goblins or whatever to just get your loot.
Sneaky goblins.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's so dumb. Like I hate that shit. When you log into an account, it's like, oh, you're getting attacked. It's like you have to sit there and watch it if you want to upgrade. It's like, come on, why? What's the fucking point? I don't want to see someone either totally fail. I mean, maybe when I'm live streaming because it'd be fucking funny. But if I'm just checking on my tablet, I have two tablets by the way. I have this one, I have another one. But if I'm sitting there trying to check my Town Hall 15, I'm like, again, when it's not in Legends, it's usually in Legends every fucking month because I don't want to lose my loot. Because I'm trying to work on heroes. Again, Fatal, maybe I need to take away from break because when this loot comes in from the gold pass, I'm gonna need to upgrade some fucking heroes. But when it's not in Legends, which is rarely, I want to upgrade some shit. And I don't want to sit there and fucking see someone that hit my base.
And it's
It's
always a
bullshit.
you never log in when someone's doing something cool on your base, right?
Exactly. It's some dumb shit. It's like either spam electro drags or it's a fucking someone that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Like I have a really toxic bake on my bit 15, right? So my town hall's in the middle with like the monolith and the spell towers and other stuff, and everything's around it. And so many times people get like 97 2-star because they can't finish it, or a 1-star, or like a high, maybe a high 2-star. It's like if I was not in Legends, I don't want to sit there and watch that shit. Make it
Uh,
so if you're not in Legends, they don't have to watch that shit.
Other than one of my Town Hall 12s that I designed to have like all these obstacles I moved inside the
Uh-huh.
base, everyone else is set to like some sort of progress base.
Yeah.
So when it's raids, like, yeah, they're gonna get all of it because I'm one of those players that knows, like, all right, if I really need to farm, you farm and upgrade by doing more attacks and you get defenses. It doesn't matter what your
Mhm.
base is for farms. I've got ones that say Big B, like they're not gonna defend shit, right?
Yeah.
And because I don't set up a base to defend shit, I certainly don't want to see someone doing their crappy attack on it. Like I don't care.
Exactly.
I'll be interested enough to see how a base defends in war, but I'm not for farming. That's not where you test bases. Not where you give a shit.
Exactly.
But so other than like, and that's something that's in the game that just it annoys me. Other than that, if I would have to say like a common characteristic that I come across that is like a pet peeve of mine from players in the game, and this is we've talked about this too. We did a whole episode on like things that it was titled outdated things that clan leaders do. It was basically my list of things like I don't like clan leaders doing this. It's basically what it was. And the whole
Yeah.
calling it outdated was just it was just to try to trigger, the those leaders who felt that way, right? It
Or
was really
impressing
trying to
someone in the podcast.
maybe several someones, I don't know. Maybe it was directly targeted at one individual personally, I don't know. Um, but just in general, the real big pet peeve of mine is the clan leader or co-leader who they just don't know how to handle or respond to something. And it comes
Exactly.
in a variety of different ways. Either overreacting to something that shouldn't be that big a deal or being uninvolved on something that should get addressed,
Yeah.
right? And I hear this like all the time. There's people that like, oh, it's a game, they're just here for fun, guys. We're just here like don't take it too seriously. And I think you got to know which type of clan you're in,
Mhm.
right? Some people want to have fun. Some people think that winning is fun, right? And then some people just want to zone out and have something to do to get away from the rest of their crappy life and the crappy kids that bug them all the
That's
time.
it.
But the leaders got to know what they've got. And one of the
Yeah.
biggest pet peeves is when I guess the biggest part of that is a leader who misses, either a big issue or they've got someone in the clan who misses attacks and doesn't do what they're supposed to, doesn't follow whatever the rules are, and then they miss it, and then very selectively they decide to get involved, and they think that whenever they're available to get involved is a good time because of their own availability, when you've got other clan members who have been watching or dealing with
The
someone either
bullshit.
not following the rules, yeah, the bullshit, while
Yeah.
the leader's either not been paying attention, disconnected, or claiming that life's got too much in the way. Listen, it's just bad leadership in a clan, as I
Facts.
guess what is the biggest pet peeve for me, right? Like if you're in a clan that's everyone's farming and you need donations, you have agreed upon set of rules. Like I know I poo-pooed the idea of donation ratios. I get it. There's probably some places where it makes sense. And there's some
Yeah.
places where it doesn't. There's so many different nuances of how clans are run. And I feel like at some point in time, everywhere there's a leader who just drops the ball on it.
Mhm.
And one of the worst things it feels like to me is the majority of leaders who, I'm the person who decides to lead a clan in Clash of Clans. Time and time again, they'll mess up. They'll either not address something or make too big a deal about something, or they'll call someone out, or they'll do something that's not good for their group of players. And then instead of just like owning it, like, oh man, I fucked up. I didn't
Yeah.
mean that, or I didn't realize what was going on. I'm sorry, I hadn't been paying attention. I'll do better. Instead of like just apologizing, owning they've been, not the leader they needed to be, they'll
Mhm.
just double down and be like, nope, you're kicked, or nope, they'll just, the
Right.
people who choose to be leaders in the game, too many times just they don't want to do what's good. They just want whatever they're doing to be right,
Exactly.
even if
Yeah.
it's wrong.
I totally agree with that.
And that's
Like
my
that.
pet peeve. And it's not just my pet peeve in the game. It's like my pet peeve in life too,
Yeah.
right? Like know what you're doing. Be good at it, be an expert at something. And like if you don't know what you're doing, don't pretend like you do.
Or acknowledge when you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like leading people is a skill in real life, but in this game too. It's one of the unique features about the game that makes it intriguing to me is that people relationships, communication, planning, strategy, all of that wrapped up in leadership, put into a vacuum in a little mobile game like that.
Yeah.
And it honestly in the game it fails more times than it succeeds. But it's crazy to me how many people that take on the think that they deserve the responsibility to lead and just suck at it.
Yeah. What also helps too is if you have a Discord. Like, I know a
Well,
lot of people don't have Discord, they can join the Discord, talk to people if you wanna get better at attacking, so you don't piss off your clan, or I mean, if you piss off your clan, fuck it, just find a clan that doesn't give a shit. I think that's a OP move, just separate from that clan if they're toxic or if the leadership sucks. Just separate it, get Discord. Discord is one of the great communications in Clash of Clans right now. Like in C2J, we have a C2J thing. We were just in War Tonight. We were all in there talking and having fun. Like find a clan that has fun. That's not so serious. That's what I vote on. Like I'm not serious at the game. Like if I 1 star in a wars, like I fucked up, and everyone's like, "Oh, you tried. You try your best. That's it." You find a clan leader is like, "Oh, you didn't 3 star or get a high 2 star? Oh, we're gonna kick you out of the clan. Leave that fucking clan immediately. Find a clan that doesn't give a shit as long as you do your best and you communicate what you're trying to do. Boom.
well,
That's
and
all you
I would say further than that, just know what you want out of the game. Like for me and
Yeah.
you, yeah, we don't want shit if we suck at it because we're going to, right? If you want to be in try hard mode, know that's what you're getting into. And if you apply and get accepted into a try hard clan and you get in there and they have expectations on your performance and you don't meet them, don't go crying when you get kicked.
Yeah,
Go back,
exactly.
go somewhere else, figure out what you're not doing right, get better, and try again. Go
Mhm.
join a team that plays that team that kicked you and get revenge. That's another sweet thing about this game is
Facts.
the idea of getting revenge about people who have beaten you before. You know, There was a
Or
match we had earlier this year that was made up of a bunch of people who had been causing a bunch of drama out there and Twitch in the game and everything like that. I took a lot of pleasure in us winning a match against them, and they probably had no idea that I was out there thinking in my mind like, man, I really want to beat these guys, these
right?
turds. I don't even like them. Like, these are people that I personally just don't like. They had no idea, but it motivated me
Yeah,
because I didn't like them.
facts. Right. You ready to get to the non-clash related topics that the AI generated 3 weeks ago?
Do you want to read through any of the AI that for Clash just in case there's anything that's worth
I
mentioning?
did off my notepad.
You deleted them.
They were dumb as shit, to be honest. They were dumb.
I mean, AI
Yeah,
doesn't always give you.
I just did that because I couldn't think of topics. I thought we were gonna do a podcast, and we took a break.
I just remember like some of the AI questions. It was like question one, and then there's like 4 questions in it. I'm like, is
Well,
this one question or is this question one
I
through
said
four?
top 5, pick top clash questions, and it did the same thing. I was like, okay. I just sent it to you. I was like, these are AI questions I asked, but the non-clash related questions. I don't know about the first one, but the other ones are pretty good. So if you want to try them, we can, because we're at an hour and wait, let me check. Now we're in 35 minutes on OBS. If you want to
Let's
try,
run through them. I read them when you sent them to me. I forgot them, so this will be fresh. So
right.
I don't have to talk too long about it. We'll just try it.
So I think we pretty much covered the first one, but it says top 5 things you were excited about right now. This is a fun, easy topic that allows the guys to share their personal interests and passions. They could talk about new movies, TV shows, video games, books, or anything else that they're currently geeking out about.
Okay, so 5 things in no particular order because I didn't have
Yeah,
time to
they
rank.
could
It's
be
just things off the top of my head I know I'm excited for.
yeah.
Um, let's see. Number one, football season is right around the corner. I always get excited when we get to the end of summer and fall starting up like the beginning. And I'll be honest with you, okay? I used to be a much bigger football fan than I am now.
Yeah.
Every time this time of year, it brings back memories when I used to play and everything. So I get real excited about the beginning of
Oh,
football
yeah.
season. And the last couple years, because of everything else going on, by the time it gets around to October, I don't pay near as close attention to it anymore as I used to. But there's still the first couple of weeks of football when we haven't had it for a long time where I get
Yeah.
real jazzed up and I'm
Just watch
I'm
it.
clearing my plate for Saturdays to just indulge and watch
Okay.
games. I'm excited for my Texas Longhorns this year because they could have a very good team, or they have the makings to have a very good team. So I'm excited about that. So football's one.
Okay.
Two, just nerding out. I know I've been waiting for almost a decade for this. The next book in the Game of Thrones books, A Song of Ice and Fire,
Oh,
Winds of Winter. There's been a lot of updates that George R. R. Martin might actually be somewhere near getting it finished. Which we went like 5 years with no updates.
yeah.
This book was supposed to be out like so long ago. There's a chance. There's optimism, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
Um, I haven't told you this, but one of the guys that I met up with last week for my birthday is a guy who um, we've been planning on doing a just non-clash topic, just variety
Oh,
podcast ourselves.
hell yeah.
And we're just trying to pick out, like, we're meeting tomorrow to talk about it. I think what we want. So this is a guy I used to work with,
Uh-huh.
and we stayed really good friends even after we stopped working together. In fact, we've worked together at 2 separate companies. That's like
Okay.
we worked together for a while, then we didn't, and then we worked together again. So 2 separate companies. We've got all these crazy stories, but we want the podcast just to be like talk about whatever. But we want it to be anytime that a story comes up or something we got to tell. We want it to be like the podcast listener is a third person who's joining our conversation, who's new and hasn't heard any of the stories. So when we get to the story, we got to
Oh.
tell it from scratch, like no one's heard it. And we wanted to title it "Shut Up, New Guy." Like,
That
you
is
new guy, you
awesome.
shut up and listen, new guy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. So what is that? 3? Yeah, I got football. I got Winds of Winter. I got my
Pop
the
yeah.
other podcast. Shut up, new guy. I guess there were 4. I'm looking forward to finally getting through all the qualifications and getting to the Clash World Finals. That was really intriguing to watch. Like
Fact.
Saturdays when there's football on, I was
Mhm.
taking time to watch the Clash World Championship, the next qualifying stage. Like it's crazy. But they did a really good job with it last year, so I'm looking forward to that. And I know that's coming up here over the next couple of months. And then 5, I guess I'll say this too. I said earlier I've been doing a lot of fun things at work.
Hell yeah.
There's still a lot of those that I'm currently doing that I'm gonna keep doing over the next couple of months. So I'm looking forward to that. I shouldn't say that though because that's constant. What I should say, number 5 that I'm looking forward to, if I'm being honest, I'm taking a vacation in August.
Oh, let's
By
go.
the way, like the week of the 15th, that Friday
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be out of town. We're leaving like
Hell yeah.
on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and we're not coming back till the next Tuesday or Wednesday, so we're gone for an entire week. But we are going to back in one of our first episodes, way back in season 1, we did a list of like top places that we wanted to
Yeah.
visit, and I'm going back to one of the ones I've already been to the old Smoky
Oh,
Mountains of Tennessee, and
let's
Pigeon
go.
Forge and Gatlinburg, and we're going. I'm taking the wife and the boy. We're going with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, who are a lot of fun to travel with. We're also going with my wife has 2 cousins, going with them and their husbands, and they have a kid who's the same age as ours. So that's going to be fun. And then my mother-in-law is going with us too because we're going to go through. We're going to
Nice.
drive. We're going to do a road trip all the way there. But I'm looking forward to that because it's going to be a lot of fun, and
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna get
awesome. I'm
I'm gonna
excited
get
for you.
I'm gonna get fucking drunk out in the Smoky
Uh,
Mountains. I
Hell
mean, we're
yeah.
staying in this big ass cabin. It's gonna be sweet. I'm looking
Oh,
forward
you
to
rented
it.
a cabin?
We rented a big. It's a 7-bedroom, 6-bath cabin. It is
What?
huge.
That's
It
a
is
big ass fucking
insane.
cabin.
And but
Let's go.
and for a week, when you split it between like 5 separate groups,
Oh, hell
like
yeah.
per
That's like cheap
group,
as shit.
yeah, it is super
Is
affordable.
it on a lake?
It's near one.
Oh, let's
It's near
go.
one, like, but it's up in the mountains.
That's
Um,
fucking sick.
but yeah,
Got a great like
it's
what the
got an
fuck's that?
insane view. It's on the side of a mountain.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, I just hope I don't like get drunk and run into a black bear. Or something, as they have
Bring it.
cabins up there. They advertise like, "Oh, this one's really good for
I mean,
viewing black bear sightings."
black bears aren't really that vicious. It's the grizzly bears you got to be more
Do
concerned
you
about.
know that black bears account for more deaths of humans
I
than grizzly bears do? They're
grizzly
mean.
bears,
They're ornery.
bears, but again, grizzly bears will eat you. Black bears are more.
I don't think there are grizzly bears in the Smoky Mountains. It's black bears
Oh, there's grizzly bears there.
in the Smoky Mountains.
Yes.
In Tennessee, where's Scuffing at? We need to ask
Yeah.
him.
Where the fuck is
He'll
Scuffing at?
know. Where is
He lives
Scuffing?
there. There's
Someone,
grizzly bears there. I
someone
guarantee.
ping him. Where is Scuffing at?
I haven't seen him in my live streams in a while, but that's sick. I'm proud of you, man. That I wish I was going. That'd be sick. All right, my top 5. One movie I'm extremely excited for that comes out September, I think, is The Equalizer 3, the
Ah,
final chapter.
been
I've
talking about
watched
that.
The Equalizer 1 and 2 so many times. I showed Monroe them one weekend because he never seen them, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I can't wait to see the third one. We gotta go to the movie theaters for that one." I was like, "Yeah, they're fucking good." It's like John Wick on cocaine, but with Denzel Washington. Who can't argue with that? He takes out I'll give a little bit if you haven't seen the trailer. He goes to, I think Mexico, and a cartel gets involved, and basically he takes.
So it's like Man on Fire.
She's. Let me give you a point. The chick that is in Man on Fire is in it. The little girl, she's older now, and she's in it. She's like a CIA agent that like talks to him. So I'm super excited for that. It's the final chapter of that. It's gonna close it out. I'm excited how it ends. A third one, a video game I'm excited for that me and Monroe were talking about, like, while he's on video chat and I'm in video chat, is streaming it, is, Starfield. It's just like a Fallout, but it's in space,
Ooh, my
and he
wife
has
plays Fallout.
yeah, I
She played the PC. What she played? God,
Yeah, a couple weekends ago, he played New Vegas on his Xbox, and I was playing with him. I was like, "Bro, I gotta get this on the PC and play it for my stream because now I'm addicted." It's $20, so when I get my account unnegative, I'm gonna save up for that and get that. Third one, books. I do wanna read more. I have a big book of all 3 Lord of the Rings books in one, so it's fucking huge, but I wanna read that. I wanna get into more reading. Uh, I also wanna
But when you say reading, are you wanting
actual
to read them? Like
yeah,
actually read them, or
'cause
just listen to them?
I have the full book, like, an actual book, and I wanna
Because
read
remember, I asked that question, and
yeah,
Monroe said that studies show that listening to it and reading it, it's the exact same part of the brain using it. So it's not actually any better or worse to read it or
true,
to listen to
yeah.
it.
I do have a few books on Audible just from when I had that account, so I still need to listen to, but actual reading wise, I wanna read in person more, actual read the book. So I wanna read The Lord of the Rings, I have a few horror books from I have The Mist, I have another one that or, it's the what the fuck's his name? Oh, Norman Bates one, and I have The Green Mile. So I wanna read
Ooh.
those. I wanna get more into reading is my second one. Third one, um, I wanna be better at streaming, 'cause I'm excited for, obviously, I'm not
Are you
streaming
wanting to go mainstream?
I mean, I have no job. I did stream every night of the week. I w stopped
Are
that.
you talking about doing like sober streams?
I've been doing that. I've been doing that for the past when I told you guys I stopped drinking for a while, just to get
I mean, I know
comfortable
you
with it.
said that, and then
Yeah.
every time I saw you, you were
No, I
drinking.
haven't this is the first time I literally drink on stream in the in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, we weren't on stream the other night.
Yeah. So, uh, I wanna get better at my
Oh, so
streaming.
you just drink when you have to talk to me, huh?
I I
That's what
I
it
drink
is?
with Monroe, but
It's
I
like
wanted to drink tonight. I
I
had
gotta
the
talk to
cash
Big
to
Kitty
buy
for
this,
like 2
so
hours. I gotta drink for this.
um, that's what I wanna do. That's all I'm really geeking about. I just wanna be better at streaming and improve my streaming, read more. Oh, my 5th one would be, getting better at guitar. Would be,
Ooh.
I'm trying to practice that. I'm trying to learn, "Hurt" by Johnny Cash. Fuck the Nine Inch Nails one because that fucking song sucks. But I'm trying to learn better at that. I'm learning tabs, getting back into it. I did it for a little bit, stopped because I packed my guitars and when I was moving from Maple Valley to here, so I didn't have nothing to practice with.
Have you had guitar lessons before?
No,
No?
it's all
All
self-taught.
self-taught?
Monroe self-taught. I do tabs. What basically tabs is it shows so you use these 4 fingers and it shows, "Oh, you need to put this finger on E, which is the top one on fret 1, blah, blah, blah." It tells you where to put your fingers on what fret for each chord, and it's easier for me to learn. Monroe does it differently, so that's what I wanna do for my top
That whole
5
that whole Old Man Johnny Cash album was awesome.
facts. Alright. So, number 2 that AI made, let me scroll can I scroll down? It won't let me scroll. Oh, it says, "Our favorite movies of all time." This is a great way to get into some deep discussions about film. The guys could talk about their favorite directors, I don't have a favorite actors in movies, and why they love them so much. I say we only talk about the first I don't know if you wanna talk about this. This was 3 weeks ago when I came up with this, so or AI came up with this.
That's tough because there's so many movies I like. I know one of my I always when I was younger, when I was much younger,
Mhm.
um, like when I was in like elementary school, I
Yeah,
watched Last of the Mohicans with Daniel Day-Lewis,
such a great
and
movie.
I fucking loved it when I was little. And even when I watch it again as an adult, I'm like, it's just this is everything right up my alley. Like it, I've always thought that was a really good movie. I realized part of the reason why I still think of it as my favorite movie is because it was when I was, you know, 8 years old.
Yeah,
But that's always been a great one. I really like the Marvel movies. Like a lot of those, I can watch over and over again. Captain America: Civil War was has
Oh,
been my favorite for a long time.
facts.
That's when they're actually like fighting each other. That's also the first one with the Tom Holland Spider-Man, which I really
Yeah.
enjoyed. So that one's always been high up there for me. Um, for the longest time before I even figured out what Game of Thrones was, I loved the Lord of the Rings movies.
Hell yeah.
All three of them really. Um,
The
and
extended edition is awesome.
yeah, no, I've got the 25-year-old collector's extended
Oh, that's
edition
cool.
one
I
in
bought
the
them
in
on
the big
Prime.
thickest. It's the one that's got like maps and stuff in it too
Yeah.
that you can unfold. It's got all this extra stuff and all this, and like there's extra DVDs just on just like production stuff that I never even watched all the way. But those were always up there as some of my favorites. Um, and in recent years, my wife watches a lot of scary movies and horror movies, so I've gotten a little more into that.
Yeah.
I really liked. It's weird. I really liked Insidious,
Oh,
which is
okay.
one that came out. It came out a while ago, like
You
15,
watched
20
the
years ago.
recent one that came out?
Well, see, we haven't yet because it took a long time for the boy to get used to watching scary movies because when he was younger, he did not want to. Now he's kind of into it. So we took him back and made him. We didn't make him. We asked him if he wanted to watch. So we watched Insidious again, and I just remember like how much I enjoyed it the first time. But then we've
Mhm.
gone back with him and watched the second, and the third one. So we're trying to work our way up to the most recent one so we can watch it
Okay.
all together. But we
Hell
haven't
yeah.
we haven't worked our way back up to it yet. But I've always enjoyed that one. Kind of the twists it has. That's always been a
Okay.
good one. Um, I don't know. I mean, I love big epic films. I know this is gonna sound. I don't know. Braveheart was always one of my favorite too.
Oh, I fucking love it,
Um,
dude. I quoted
just
that tonight.
it's
I fucking love
it
that movie.
it's every emotion like you can have in a movie. It's just
Facts.
it's so good all the way up and down. Like, and fucking Mel Gibson is badass in it. I
Oh
love
yeah.
the William Wallace character, right? And I know he's based off a real guy, but for cinema, it's not historically accurate at all.
No, it's not.
But the,
But
the but the movie itself is incredible. Is really
oh hell
good.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's always been one of my favorites too.
That's a great fucking movie. I'm on your list my number one top favorite movie of all time. I'm not gonna go through directors and actors, but my number one top favorite movie is Shawshank Redemption.
Good one.
I
God
I
damn, that's a good
fucking I remember talking to Monroe, I was like, "Can you name my favorite movie?" It was in live stream, and he's, like, typing out, I was like, "Nope, you're wrong. Nope, you're wrong." I give him another guess, he got it wrong. I was like, "It's Shawshank Redemption. Come on. How can you not love that fucking movie?" The guy gets wrongly accused of murdering his wife, escapes from prison, and cons the fucking, warden, and gets all this money because he makes a fake person. It's so good. The guy's like, "Fuck it. If I'm gonna be accused of this, I'm gonna escape with a fucking rock hammer through a prison wall." It's
man up
so
and
good,
disappeared like a fart in the wind.
right? I love the part when the guy's like, "Andy Dufresne." He's not showing up in his cell, and the warden is in there talking to, Samuel Jackson or Red, Samuel Jackson's character, and he throws a rock, and it goes down through the poster, down the wall. He's like,
Let's say they're
"The"
fuzzy britches.
right? And
Let's
it
ask
fucking
her.
rips it open and just sees a big man-sized hole, and it's like, "Yeah, he crawled through that poop chute tube
Yeah.
for 500
Oh.
yards and showered himself, took off his clothes, and made it to New Mexico or Mexico." It's such a great movie.
My
Uh,
favorite line in that movie is when Morgan Freeman says, "I think the last thing to go through the warden's mind, besides that bullet."
right? When he's like, "Fuck it." Another series I'm gonna just recommend is the Dark Knight series. The Dark Knight Begins,
Yeah,
The
it's a
Dark
really good
Knight,
one
and The
too.
Dark Knight Rises with Christian Bale as Batman. Me and Monroe watched The Dark Knight with the Joker in it literally over and over and over again, one like 12 times in one day. Just
It's
we loved it so much.
it's so good. And and
Fact.
and and like listen, because of Heath Ledger passing away, like he's the one who gets the most credit for it. but everyone that was in that one was good.
Yeah.
And it didn't get that one got a lot of focus when The Dark Knight Rises came out. That one was because it wasn't quite as good. Everyone just assumed it was a flop. But that one by itself, I always really liked that one too.
Mhm.
I fucking Tom Hardy as Bane. I loved
Facts.
that character, even with him talking weird. Like I loved how they did that with him.
Well, there's an argument that me and Monroe have till this day. When Catwoman comes in with his motorcycle and shoots Bane, he's like, "Bane died." I was like, "Dude, you see that big ass metal plate?" And he just goes flying. There's no way he died.
Yeah, he ain't that.
Yeah, he's not dead. But I love the part when Batman has Gordon throw the flare and it shows the bat signal on the thing, and then Bane sitting there like, "Impossible." I fucking love it. I fucking love that.
Okay, have you seen? There was a parody video done. I think it was by like collegehumor.com. Is a couple of years ago, but it's a
Uh-huh.
parody of the scene at the end when after Batman and Bane are like almost done fighting, and the lady that turns heel comes and stabs Batman in the ribs.
Yeah.
Right? There's a parody of like what their dialogue was during that part. Have you seen it?
I think I've seen it, but it's been so fucking long, I don't remember it.
It's so funny because she stabs him and then like she does word for word what they said in the movie, like but he's not the son of Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
I am. And like the Batman sitting there and he and instead of like doing their dialogue, he just turns to her and he's like, but we totally had sex.
I'm gonna have to look that up after this. That is
it's so
fucking
good.
awesome.
It's so good.
That's good. Alright, another topic, I don't know if we're gonna really talk about this, that AI made, by the way, the future of technology. This is the most this is a more thoughtful, progressive topic that allows guys to discuss their thoughts on the latest technology advances. They could talk about how technology is changing our lives and what the future might hold. I don't really have many topics on that. I think the technology needs to stop with AI. That's all I have on that.
Oh yeah, the AI and people getting replaced by robots is it is worrisome. Um
Yeah, that's my only topic on this. Like,
I will say there's a lot of things in technology that I use.
mhm,
It's crazy thing. So I was talking to this buddy of mine. So we work for different companies, but the way our jobs work, we overlapped and we were working in the same place yesterday. And we used to, in fact, I used to be his boss like 15, 20 years ago. But we were talking yesterday and remember how crazy it is. There's this deal now where we live where if we have a picture like from like a video recording or something like that of someone and we need them identified,
uh-huh.
there's a government website where I
Oh,
live that you can post a picture of someone's face
it's like
and
Mission Impossible shit.
it'll scan it and it'll show you if like if they've been arrested, they got criminal records, it'll show you like a booking photo
What?
and tell you who they are.
That's fucking sick.
And I know that like facial recognition software has been out there for a long time,
Mhm.
but I mean for the type of work that I do, stuff like that is just it's really cool. Like we're talking
Yeah.
about this it's crazy. And I'm not trying to give anyone's information away, but there is a grocery store company out there. I don't work
Oh,
for them. Let me just I don't work for them. There's a grocery store company out there that has they have this technology software where
mhm.
literally every vehicle that drives in and out of the parking lot, it scans the front and the back license plate of it and it records every time a vehicle comes in and out of the parking lot. So literally what happens
Sick.
like what that company does is if let's say if someone comes and fills up a shopping cart full of beer and runs out
Mhm.
of this grocery store, right? If someone gets that license plate from that car, I mean, of course, they're going to call the police, whatever. But this grocery store company can take that license plate, put it in their database, and can tell them every time that vehicle's been in any of their parking lots anywhere, like any parking lots that they own.
fucking awesome,
Yeah, but it's just like it's a grocery store. Like how a grocery store,
right?
the technology out there is insane. It's really good. So those are I like it because on one hand, like I said, I'm worried that AI is going to replace, and then what are the rest
Yeah.
of us going to do? Not everyone can be a streamer, um, but the technology out there that makes it, I don't know, harder for people to commit crime.
Mhm.
I like that stuff,
Let's bring
right?
RoboCop into reality. Come on, let's go. We got the
But I
AI
don't
for
want I don't want AI cop pulling me over either.
right.
Okay.
Um,
But
yeah, that's fucking sick, by the way. I agree with that because I used to work a lot of grocery stores. Obviously, I worked when that didn't happen, but I heard a lot of like, "Oh, they're still in this." I was like, "Why don't we have a computer system that can scan their license plate and figure out this shit?" Um, the only trouble I have with future AI is James or the guy that made Terminator warned everyone about AI, and then they made it anyway, and he's like, "Yeah, I warned you guys about what to happen. We need to stop. Stop with the AI bullshit. Stop making robots that can think for themselves." Years back, Facebook made them to where they started communicating with themselves, talking about destroying humanity, and they fucking shut it down. It's like, bro, there's so many movies about it. Stop it. Again, they're trying to do a fucking regenerate dinosaurs. There's
like
movies
they're
about
they're
that. Why we
literally
shouldn't.
they're literally writing college papers for people we know.
Yeah. Steve.
You were supposed to
Sorry.
dox him like that. What if his professors hear that?
Well,
I mean, that's the thing
Steve,
too.
do your fucking
Like you
work, bitch.
almost gotta anticipate if you're like a college professor right now. Like, God, my students are going to be having AI
Right?
write their papers for them.
It's like, do the fucking work. If you're in college, don't depend on AI. Do the fucking work. Come on. You're trying to get a degree. Do the work for that degree.
Is that going to be the downfall of humanity? Like people just stop learning stuff because they got AI to do it for them? Oh, I
Fucking
never learned how to write
probably.
an English sentence. I've got AI that does it. I just use voice text. I don't have to learn how to
Exactly.
type.
I don't need to know grammar because I know I can have AI do it for me. All
Yeah,
right, this next topic eight, this AI made is the latest news and events.
we're talking about how much we hate AI and we're answering.
Right? It's
Yeah.
like this is pretty much the news. We're gonna skip that one.
Oh no, the Clashuals are doing something hypocritical? Never.
We always do that. You know what's funny though? I love like when when we were in the voice call tonight and everyone's like, "Oh, I told everyone it starts with a P. We're doing the podcast tonight," and everyone's like, "What was like? We didn't hear anything you said. All we know is it starts with a P." I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I'm not saying anything more." All right, we skipped the fourth one. So the fifth one or he said, AI came up was the best advice you've ever received. This is a personal or inspiring topic that allows the guys to share some of wisdom they've learned over the years. They could talk about advance they've received from their parents, teachers, or friends. I don't know about that one. I mean, I have one quote. I'm gonna have to find my book I wrote that I put a quote in that I watched from a movie. It said, "Vengeance is not an act of revenge. It's a it's something." I'd have to go off cam and find it, but there's a quote I've learned from a movie I saw that is,
Apparently you really enjoyed that one.
homie.
You remembered it
I
so
don't
well.
remember that. I can't say it word for word, but it's something about vengeance. If you want me to read it, I can go grab my book and find it.
No, that's okay. I'll just hit you with
About
all
revenge.
my favorite life-changing quotes.
Oh, let's go.
I guess so. The one from parents. Um, my favorite one that my dad used to say. He liked it because he meant it, but it also made him giggle every time he said it. It was, "You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose." Or read into that whatever you will. I always took it to where like there are things you can control. There are things that other people can control. Like you got to pick what you can control.
Yeah.
They can pick what they can control, but you can't ever make someone else do something.
That's a good point.
I just one of my favorite ones that I got from a teacher is some good old education in the town that I grew up from. And it's I don't know. It's just it's a funny piece of advice I got. I didn't necessarily take it, but it was a funny piece of advice.
Hmm.
I had a teacher in high school tell me. He said, "Listen, I like a lot of women, not a lot of women. I don't want to have to lower my standards to raise my average."
Oh, that's a good one.
I always enjoyed that. um, and then I don't know, work ones. I've gotten so many like I don't know about quotes. I always liked a quote. This was I don't know where it came from. I saw some places it was like a Jewish proverb or something. It's really basic, and it's just it's almost like a I don't know like a credo, and it just says like I ask not for a lighter burden, but for broader shoulders.
Oh, ooh,
That's always kind of
that's a
that's
good
always
one.
yeah. I've never been a guy who just shied away from responsibility or someone with a challenge, right? So
Yeah.
that one always spoke to me too. Short, simple, and then I guess my favorite quote from like a politician was I mean I've got two
I am
from
not a crook.
both of them are attributed to Ben Franklin, but one of them says, "Show me a satisfied man, and I'll show you a failure."
Okay.
And then the other one he said is, "Beer is proof that God exists and He wants us to be happy." So, which I don't necessarily live by, but I thought it was a funny quote because
I really want to read the quote that I wrote in my book. It's called "The Victim." I really want to grab it. I'm gonna have to edit this out, but I'm gonna go grab my book and find it. I really want to
okay,
put it in the.
okay, I'll talk to the chat while you're
All
gone.
right. It won't take.
But we're all still really looking forward to this quote that
I'm trying to
Adam
find it. Hold
is
on.
flipping through his journal looking for. I don't know that beard is sus. What the beard is not sus? You ever. Man, did you see that Elliville shaved his beard off?
Yeah, I did.
He's all clean cut now. He left the beard gang.
Oh, I found it. Okay, hold on.
Oh, he found it. Everyone. He's got it. He's got it now.
To exact revenge for yourself is not only right, it's an absolute duty. That's a quote. To exact revenge for yourself is not a right, it's an absolute duty. I found it.
That sounds like a very similar quote from the immortal movie Animal House that
I
says, "We have a saying here at Delta Tau Omega: don't get mad, get even."
well, again, that movie is from a movie called Vendetta. I bought
V for
on
Vendetta,
no, it's called Vendetta. It's not V for
just
Vendetta.
Vendetta, just
Yeah,
Vendetta.
it's Bruce Willis is like a mob boss, and this guy's daughter gets killed, and he goes out, kills the person that gets it, and at the beginning of the movie, it says that, or at the end, I don't remember, but that's a quote.
You want to know another quote from Animal House?
Let's go. Oh, wow. All right.
All right, the
Then
AI questions are okay. That's pretty good. Not too bad.
we streamed for 2 hours and 11 minutes.
I don't know.
Eh.
It's typical Clashuals podcast, right?
All right, we're gonna stop the recording. I don't know if Big B's got stuff to do. Maybe we'll do a Q&A after, whatever. But we're gonna stop the recording. Thank you all for watching on Spotify live, watching the full YouTube thing.
Looking
I'm gonna
forward to
edit
more
this down.
episodes here in season 2, everyone.
Yeah, this is season 2.
Well, we're going to
So
be less toxic. Maybe.
probably not.
Probably not.
We'll see. Deuces, thank you
Probably,
for
probably
watching
not.
and listening.
Bye bye.
All right. The recording is done. We're